I know what I could do outside of this, and I also know if I try my hardest, I will show it here as well. And if I show it once, I can show it again. People always want to know how it felt when I lose a game, but yeah, I can also tell how it feels to win games, and it feels great. And I will try to win more and more and more. And I'll keep learning and keep progressing. The other people are also great hard players, and if it's just not going my way, it's not going my way. And if I lose a great game, I lose a great game. It's fine by me. If I just play great, that's the most important thing for me.
Hello, welcome along to the Tungsten Talk here at the MODUS Super Series, where we delve back into the lives and careers of some of the stars of darts. And today's guest, well, has certainly made a name for himself here at the Super Series over the course of the last 12 months or so. A prolific winner here at the Live Lounge, and somebody who's definitely become one of the crowd favourites. Jimmy van Schie joins myself and Paul Nicholson here in the studio. Jimmy, first of all, what is it about this place, this building, Portsmouth, that you love so much?
I love everything about it. It's a really nice setup. It's lovely to play here, and I made a lot of friends here as well, so I'm always feeling comfortable to come back over here.
Could you have imagined that you would have been as successful as you have been in this building when you first walked through the door?
It was a dream, actually, but just try to take it game per game and try to win one week, and I did that, and just try to set new goals every time, and I keep surprising myself as well. So yeah,
it's fair to say that Jimmy has made quite the impact during his time here, hasn't he?
Yeah, I remember the first time Jimmy was here, and we all knew of Jimmy and how many times he's qualified for future series, and we thought we're going to see a lot of this guy, and immediately we thought there's a great deal of potential here, but I don't think anybody was prepared for what was about to happen for the rest of the year. He didn't make Saturday in his first attempt, but after that, 2024 pretty much belonged to him.
Most certainly did, and I suppose, has this been the kind of springboard, the Super Series, for kind of some of the other successes that you've had?
Yeah, I think so. It gave me a lot of confidence winning a week here, and then it resulted by winning another week here, and another one, and then a good run on the Champions Week as well. But also I think the WDF has made a big impact in my career, because winning tournaments gives you a lot of confidence, and you always want to show yourself that you can do it, and if you do it one time, you're going to do it again and again. And yeah, that happened with me as well, and it also resulted in a Challenge Tour win, and I had a tough time back then because my grandmother passed, and then the weekend after I buried her, I won the Challenge Tour as well, so that gave me, it was special for me, really special. Yeah.
So in terms of the last 12 months, has it been a case of winning breeding confidence, and that confidence then breeding a real winning habit?
Yes, I think so. I also play every Tuesday in Oranje Bar. It's just a ranking tournament, but a lot of great players, and I think I won it 8 times in a row right now, and that's also good for myself, self-confidence, because if you're winning, your mind remembers that and takes it in every game. So yeah, I think it's a good thing to do.
Jimmy is somebody that knows exactly what it's like to win, and I suppose as well knows exactly the right ways of going about his business as well.
Yeah, just a typically clever and astute Dutch darts player, and that's what we come to expect from his generation of players. We can go back 25 years to Raymond van Barneveld, and then obviously the evolution of Dutch darts with the likes of Jelle Klaassen and Michael van Gerwen and Vincent van der Voort. But Jimmy's part of this next wave of players like Marvin van Velsen and a lot of other players. But what I wanted to ask Jimmy about was this journey pretty much started 12 months ago in Romania. Yeah. Because in January of 2024, you win that tournament. Everybody's trying to find out who you are. And we know who you are now, but tell us about Romania last year.
Actually, before that, I played 3-year challenge tour at 3 Q schools, and I did alright, but my average weren't that high. I was just trying to, improve, but it was not going so fast. And then, the owner of Oranje Bar, Peter, my big friend, he said to me, "Yeah, I'll sponsor your WDF tournaments." And I said, "All right, well, let's give it a try." And then, when I won Romania, the first game on stage. The last time I played on stage was in the Europe Cup, I think, in the youth in 2011. Mm-hmm. And then when I walked up to that stage, I felt so nervous, and I didn't felt so nervous for a long time. And when I won it, it gave me such a confident boost. I felt so good. And then, yeah, that just gave me the boost I needed, I think.
Excellent.
So is it just a case of something clicking, and once it's clicked, you've just been able to keep with that formula?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, just confidence. Confidence is key with everything, and yeah, especially also with darts. So, yeah.
So where did the journey of darts begin with Jimmy van Schie?
Oh, well, I first tried basketball, and I wasn't that good at it. And my mom was always waiting for me next in the sports bar, and there were young kids playing darts. And I said to my mom, I said, I want to try this as well. So I got a set of darts with my mom, and yeah, tried it. And they said, oh, he's talented, and let's go for practicing every Wednesday. So I asked my mom. She was, all right, I'll go with you. So I tried that. I was like 10 or 11 when I played my first national tournament for the Netherlands, and I made it to the semi-finals. And I just lost out on the 3-2 legs against the number one on that time, and yeah, there the love started because I loved the nerves. I loved, you know, to show myself. Within basketball, I wasn't the best player, you know. So it's a team thing, and if I didn't get the ball, I was not shining. And with darts, you're a lone star, I feel. So yeah.
So when you were young, you were very good at the game, and you were playing tournaments, and then is it fair to say you kind of then took a bit of a back step, bit of a break after that?
Yeah, I think everybody goes through this period in life. When I was like 18, 19, 20, yeah, you're gonna go out, you're gonna, yeah, you know, you're gonna see the world, and yeah, I did that as well. And then I met my girlfriend when I was like 26, I think. Yeah, 26. And then we both made the decision that I will start with darts again. And yeah, it turned out really great.
And there's so many players that it's a similar story where people just go and do their thing. They've been great players coming through the system, but then take that time off. But then actually when we see them come back into the game, we actually see a better version of themselves.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, when they're in their teen years, they can be teen stars in their country, like Jimmy has been. But when you get to 18, 19, 20 years of age, you have to start thinking about life and how you're going to pay for it. You need to get work. You need to figure out where your life is going to go. And at these points, a lot of people don't know where it's going to go. And for some people, it takes them a very long time to get back to darts with a level of financial stability and comfort so they can actually give it everything they have. Jimmy's fortunate that he has someone who takes care of him and, you know, giving him that opportunity in the WDF, because it's vaulted him into a stratosphere where he can use it as a professional tool. And that's really great, not just for him, but also for us, because we get to watch him on a more regular basis. And we've gotten to know him really, really well in Portsmouth over the last 12 months. But not everybody gets this opportunity. I'm just glad that he did.
Is it fair to say without that sponsorship, we just wouldn't have seen you here?
I might have been here anyway, but yeah, it helps me out a lot because yeah, it just gives you a little more comfort and yeah, a lot of how do you say this? Yeah, comfort.
Bit of freedom to kind of
freedom.
do what you want to do.
And, yeah, true. Yeah.
Because I can imagine that's difficult without that sponsorship, without that support, particularly a circuit like the WDF, like the Challenge Tour, where you've got to pay large entry fees for yourself, you've got to do a lot of travelling. That doesn't come easy when you've got to try and pull it off your own bat. No,
if you have someone who does that for you, you can just focus on playing darts, and yeah, that's what everybody should do actually.
Well, we'll have another little chat in a couple of seconds' time. Jimmy, thank you very much. We're going to take a short break. Join us in a few moments' time here on the Tungsten Talk. Welcome back to the second part of the Tungsten Talk here at the MODUS Super Series. We've got Jimmy van Schie as our studio guest today. Let's talk about some of your successes, some of your times here at the Live Lounge. I want to talk about your debut appearance first and how you felt when you walked into this building for the first time and what kind of opportunity it was for you at that time.
The first thing I felt really tired because I had to play in the Dutch Open Paris final and I had to cancel my flight to book a new one because I had to come back on Sunday, and so I arrived here very late. But yeah, it was a dream to play here, and I think if I can remember very good, I had a mid-90s average, and I think I played Ted Evans. Just lost out with 4-3. First game I played here, so I was already happy with that. But all around, the feeling was great to be here, and I was so excited for the week as well. Unfortunately, just didn't make finals night, but after that I was hungry for more.
And the fact that you'd won a number of qualifiers meant that you knew you were going to have a number of opportunities. Did that kind of help relax you a little bit, knowing that it wasn't one opportunity I have to impress?
Yeah, of course it helps because you always know you have another chance, and I know what I could do outside of this, and I also know if I try my hardest, I will show it here as well, and if I show it once, I can show it again, and yeah, hope it happened. So yeah, very happy with my performances here.
And then second time around, it was just a little bit better, but it was fairly dramatic, particularly on the Saturday evening, because that 9-dart shootout. Just tell us what that's like as a player to play in.
Nerve-wracking, exciting, and just, yeah, crazy, actually. First, I'm always unlucky with things, and after this group games that I've had, I thought there was going to be a result that I'm out. And when it didn't happen that I was out, I thought, okay, well, you have another shot here, so just try to do your best and try to get through. And when I got through as first winner of the group, yeah, that gave me such a confidence boost. And then play Martin Adams, yeah, it's a legend for me. When I was little, I was watching him always, so yeah, this was already a treat to play against him. And yeah, to win the week, yeah, phenomenal, really great.
The 9-dart shoot, is that one of those things that as a player, when you're physically doing it, it's horrible, but actually once you get through, and actually when you do well in it, you actually look back of and you think, I'm so glad I did that.
Yeah, 100%. If you lose it, you never want to be on the losing end of it, but if you win it, yeah, 100%, it's so nice, yeah.
And that first weekly win here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth came, again, as I say, in that dramatic night. But that feeling when you won it for the first time, I remember interviewing you on the stage, and I can just remember the emotions, they were bubbling, weren't they?
Yeah, I was over the moon. It's just that feeling was so great, and yeah, I was so happy with this. Yeah, I even shared some tears as well after it when I won it. But yeah, just emotion and just all come out. Just, yeah, very happy with the win there.
If that was massive, what was playing at Champions Week like?
Oh, well, the first time, yeah, I know they're all great players, they're all weekly winners. They're all fantastic people as well, because when I'm here, I have a blast, and yeah, super nice people here. But yeah, of course, you want to win, and just didn't go through. And then, yeah, you set your next goal, win a week again. And when you win a week again, set the next goal, make a finals night at Champions Week. And I did. And I made it to the final, and unfortunately lost it against Marvin. Fair play to Marvin, but yeah, I was a little bit, how can you say this, sad that I lost. But yes, there again, another goal now.
Our parameters when it came to Jimmy changed very quickly. When he won his first week, obviously we asked the question, yes, he's played well, but can he back it up again? But he did that time after time after time.
Yeah, absolutely. The first time Jimmy won a week, the atmosphere here on the Saturday night was different. I know that he had an army of fans coming here, but I remember sitting in the commentary box thinking, this is not the norm for a Saturday night. Usually Saturdays are brilliant, but this is just another level of brilliant. So when Jimmy got through to the Champions Night and was going into that game with Steve West in the semi-finals, that is an atmosphere that I've never heard here before. That was just like being in the middle of a volcano, because I think what Jimmy's done in that game, and Steve West won't want me to mention this, but the 151 checkout is probably the best checkout we've seen in this building in the last 2.5 years, because of the moment it was hit at. And I can't even imagine how Steve felt at that point, but taking the final all the way to 4-3, that was an incredible occasion.
Let's talk about your relationship then with the fans. Where did the Jimmy van Schie army come from?
They're all from Portsmouth, actually, and they was here the first night that I've won it. Yeah, I actually meet them on the toilet. I was on the toilet, they were having, Jimmy, go on, Jimmy, and are you going to win it? I said, mate, I'm going to win it. And yeah, well, I won it, so then you have a lot of friends, of course. And after that, yeah, they keep texting me, yo, you want to go out for a drink? Want to play some darts? Want to go to a soccer game? Yeah, of course, nice. And now they keep coming to watch, so yeah, I've done a good job there.
Am I right in saying they went to Lakeside with you last year?
Yeah, a few of them went to Lakeside, yep. And yeah, they saw me win the first game. And then after that, I didn't live there again. So yeah, unlucky.
Was there any disappointments attached with Lakeside last year?
Yeah, of course, because yeah, I was the favorite to win it. And I think I put myself a little bit under too much pressure, if I'm honest. Same with Q School as well. But yeah, those are learning points. I just need to keep learning and progressing, and yeah.
Is it one of those things where, because your progress has been so rapid so quickly, is there sometimes when I suppose we put pressure on, maybe the bookmakers put pressure on, where maybe there needs to be a little bit of a realization that yes, you're a great player and you can achieve great things, but this is just the beginning of your journey.
Yeah, this is the beginning of my journey, and yeah, like I said yesterday in the interview, I said people always want to know how it felt when I lose a game, but yeah, I can also tell how it feels to win games, and it feels great, and I will try to win more and more and more, and I'll keep learning and keep progressing. So yeah.
In terms of 2025, what are the goals? What are the aims for Jimmy van Schie?
Play as much as possible. Try to get myself up in the Challenge Tour rankings. Try to play some more Pro Tours, and yeah, try to play Lakeside if I won't qualify for the Worlds, and play as much MODUS as possible again. Yeah.
Just doing the things that you enjoy, I suppose.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And I think that's a very important thing as well, isn't it? Managing that diary correctly, knowing what you want to do, but make sure you don't overdo it.
Well, looking at 2024, he won 8 WDF titles, a Challenge Tour title, 3 weekly wins here, and almost won a series. It felt like Jimmy was playing pretty much every week wherever he wanted to, and it didn't seem to affect him energy-wise, which is really encouraging. But I think if you look at your calendar and you can be really creative with it, making sure that you prioritize what you really want to win, this could be a really big year for Jimmy. And it's hard for me to say that he could be taking the next step, because doing better than 2024 will be very, very hard. But the only way to better that for me is to win more prestigious titles. So winning a series instead of just a weekly title here at the MODUS Super Series, and maybe going a step further with some of the WDF stuff as well.
In terms then of the good year last year moving into this year, does it then feel like you've got a pressure on your shoulders now from the outside, which maybe you didn't have before?
No, I showed what I'm capable of last year, and I know I'm capable of doing that in any tournament. So there's not like a pressure on me that I have to win every tournament. No, of course not, because other people are also great hard players, and if it's just not going my way, it's not going my way. And if I lose a great game, I lose a great game. It's fine by me. If I just play great, that's the most important thing for me.
Let's talk about some other things that are happening here at the Super Series. I want to begin about something that I know that you're very proud of, the fact that you're going to be representing your country, the Netherlands. You're going to be one of their representatives at the International Pairs Week. How much are you looking forward to that, and how proud are you going to be to represent your country?
Very proud. I'm really looking forward to this. Also with my good friend Danny on Tribe. Yeah, we are just gonna have a blast here. I am very looking forward to it, and so is Danny. I know for sure.
That's a formidable pairing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's got to be one of the favourites for me. I don't have all the pairings in my head, but when you think about the capabilities of Danny and what he's done here a couple of times, because he's been here twice, either side of having his tour card, and obviously what Jimmy's done the last 12 months, they're going to be really hard to stop.
And I suppose as well for you, how much pride does it have to have the flag on your shirt, the orange on the shirt when you play for your country?
A lot of pride. Yeah, a lot of pride. Mm-hmm. That's it.
And I suppose as well that feeling of if you could go on and win something for your country, how would that differ in comparison to winning something on your own as an individual? How will that feeling of winning, if you were able to lift the trophy for your country in comparison for yourself, feel?
I think even better, because then I make the whole Netherlands proud instead of only my fans, you know. So yeah, very good would it feel. So
that week then backs on to the influencer event. Now, big crowd, it's going to be a little bit lively in here. There's going to be some big name celebrities here. That's just up Jimmy van Schie's street, isn't it?
Yeah, I love that. I'm very looking forward to that as well. I've never done something like that, so yeah, for me it's something new again, and I'm also looking forward to this one. Yeah.
We've got to get a photograph, by the way, of Jimmy next to Jaden Walker, just for the difference in height, because I think we need to go one step further than Cord Decker and Mikuru Suzuki, because that was a bit of an image when they played against each other on the stage. So Jaden and Jimmy, that'll be a great photo.
Just finally, how would you sum up Jimmy van Schie, the darts career so far?
Going up. Yeah, that's the best thing I can say, I think. Keep progressing, and we'll see what's going to happen.
Jimmy, thank you very much for your time. Really do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Nico, thank you for your time. Thank you for watching the Tungsten Talk here at the MODUS Super Series.